Hi everyone, if you don't know already, my name is Michael Tabirade and I'm a business and leadership coach that helps people position themselves for success. Now I want to talk about how you can basically get developed or start your own service-based business or digital assets business, because I believe that IP or intellectual property is the best way in which you can actually improve your situation currently right now, improve other people's lives. And it all starts with the word value, because if you can understand the value that you can give to others and the value that you can bring, then it's a no-brainer. You're going to do well. But it's about understanding how you can organize that information in the right sort of way. So the first thing you need to do is understand what sort of skills or talents that you have to offer in order for people to want to even accept or see any sort of offer that you're trying to develop. And think about it, like you may be good at sort of like Excel or project management or health coaching or helping people start up their businesses or whatever it is. But you need to think about, is that something that I'm actually genuinely good at, and how can you prove that? How can you actually show this? If you're not good at it, but you have an interest in it, do you have the capability or the functionality to actually go out and learn how to become good at these things? Because if you have that internal desire or drive from the get-go, then again, you're best positioned to do really, really well. And once you've done that, once you've had a few lists of things, you've prioritized the thing that you want to do, the next thing is understanding the demand for the market. And you can check this via, things on Google. You can check this in different marketplaces like clickbank.com. You can check to see what things are on offer there and check gravity scores to see how interested people are in purchasing those different affiliate offers. Or you can check things like Udemy or Amazon books to see if people are buying this stuff, so you can get a better understanding, okay? So once you've validated the market and you've checked Google and all these different things that give you strong confidence, you may even want to survey the market as well. And you want to ask that question, what's the one thing that you want to get solved for this specific thing? So what's the one thing you want to know about marketing? What's the one thing you want to know about losing weight? What's the one thing you want to know about improving your mindset? Okay, so once you get those answers for friends and family, or maybe you want to do paid ads, if you're at that stage or you have an audience, you want to send it out to their email list, you'll get some responses, and you want to break up those different themes so you can get a better idea of what it is that people want to learn. If you can't do that, or you can't be bothered to do that, you can go on Quora.com. You can type in an industry or topic or question and press enter. Don't press search, just press enter straight away. See what questions have popped up throughout the year, the month, the latest week. And then you can categorize those different themes. So once you categorize those different themes, you can get an idea of what it is that you can focus on. Because with this, you want to start generating not only some sort of service that can help people solve those problems, you may even want to, create a course, a video series course that you sell in order to help people with these different problems. But more importantly, you can also create content around these specific things. Because look, everything I talk about is based on things that I know people want solved, and things that I am genuinely interested in, and things that I think I can help people with. So let's say, for example, you're focusing on health, okay, and you're helping people lose weight. What sort of things may pop up in these sort of themes that you find out on Quora or your surveys? It could be, number one, what's the best foods to eat? What protein should I eat? What supplements should I have? When's the best time to eat? Is exercise important? What sort of exercises should I do? What's the difference between this food and that food? All of that kind of stuff. And you can educate and be in people's faces as often as possible to make sure that you can help them solve those specific problems daily, weekly, whatever it is that you decide to do. I'd say definitely do a minimum of weekly content, okay? So what I would say before you even go down that road is to make sure that you've actually qualified and verified that for those specific topics, you know what keywords are to be used. So you want to brainstorm all these different keywords. You want to check things like suggested words that come up on Google to see what people have searched for already. You also want to make sure that you check things on YouTube to see what people have searched for as well. You also want to make sure you check different books and topic titles and check the contents pages to see what people have written about. There are also other softwares you can use that you can pay for to check to see what different keyword topics pop up, or keyword phrases, long tail keyword phrases pop up. And you can use things like Google AdWords as well, which show you paid words that have been more popular compared to other words, which will give you an idea. Because the reason why you need to know what keywords are important is because those keywords, those buzzwords, those words, I guess, will help people decide that your content is the thing that they want to check out. And that's why you want to have a big list, because everything that you do will be focused on those keywords or focused on those topics. Okay, so it's very important to do that exercise. And then you can start producing your content. You know, think about where your audience hangs out. Think about where you naturally hang out as well. Is it Instagram? Is it Facebook? Is it Pinterest? Is it LinkedIn? If you're going for a more professional feel, I'd say definitely LinkedIn. If you're going for a more sort of educational feel, I'll definitely say YouTube, maybe even Instagram and Facebook. It depends what you want to do. If you're going for a more sort of like, you're tailored more towards women and you're a bit more visual, like a creator or artist, whatever, Pinterest would be fantastic. So think about what different platforms you can actually post on, and create a content calendar. So think about different topics that you can write about. So write down all the different topics. Let's say you're doing one topic a week. You should have 52 different topics and their titles. Think about their keywords. Think about when you want them published weekly, and just have it organized so you know what you've published, what you haven't published, what's in draft, what you're doing in order to move forward. It's very, very important. I do agree that you need to do spontaneous videos as well. I think that's the thing right now. Things like lives or more genuine videos like this. I'm not saying other videos are not genuine, but it feels a bit more relational and it feels a bit more trusting. So I would definitely do spontaneous videos. If you got Instagram or Facebook, you can start doing lives as well, just to interact and engage with your audience. What some people may do is that they may do Q&A every single week or every 2 weeks or every month to help the audience understand how they can achieve a specific thing, or they may teach them an educational piece of content. Facebook groups are fantastic for that. Instagram Live is, doing its thing with that as well. YouTube Live is another way to do it. And you can repurpose that content. What's really great, and I know Gary Vaynerchuk talks about this a lot, which is really important, is that you can turn your big content, so things where you do different talks or speeches, or maybe you're filming an activity you're doing with someone like coaching or consulting, you can break that down into micro content using applications like Camtasia or something like that, or even on your phone. I've got a written rule, like, it's very important to make sure that you can do as much as you can on your phone. Okay, so you can use software like InShots, or maybe even your phone's editor. It's simple enough. Anyone can use it. So think about how you can create that content, and just be consistent with it. Be consistent with producing that content, but don't be afraid to experiment a little bit. Don't be afraid to change what you need to do. So that's how you can sort of get more people trusting into your stuff. But there's no point doing this if you're not capturing information, or if you're not providing some sort of offer that enables people to be on some sort of list. So that may be your email list. You can start up your email list using MailChimp, integrate it to your Facebook as well, and start producing an offer, maybe made on Camtasia as a video, or if you're doing a PDF report, or Microsoft Word, or Canva, which is a great way for producing sort of like graphic content, and invite people to actually check out your offer. And if you're confused as to how to do this, you need to check out your competitors, see what they're doing. So what I usually do is I go onto different Facebook groups that I'm following, or people who are within my industry and niche, and I check what sponsored ads they're doing. If you go to info and ads on the left-hand side, or if you're on your mobile phone, you click on the eye and you should be able to see it. See what they're advertising. Click on learn more or sign up on their ad, and see how they've basically structured their page. If you did that for 50 different people, okay, that are within your industry, you would again get themes and ideas of how they package things together. Now, obviously, things change over time, but you need to get started on a starting point. And I'm giving you this stuff for free, because it's important to understand that you can do it for free. It just may take longer, okay, without a mentor or coach or some sort of program that can accelerate your understanding. So then once you've done that, you can start thinking about how you're shaping your original offer. So if you haven't heard of this before, there's something called the value ladder, which I think was developed by Russell Brunson, which basically talks about how you can increase value for different people based on different offers that you provide. So let's say you're offering a free video series that explains how to start up your business. Then you may sort of sell something else that may help someone. Maybe it's an actual video course that gives them the fundamentals. And then it could be sort of like a group event that gives them literally everything that they need, but obviously amongst different people. And then maybe your highest package is some sort of consulting or coaching for that individual. So you want to be able to write down your price packets, your price plans, your rate cards, understand how you've organized this information and what this looks like, because all it is repurposing information that is out there already, but people prefer Well, some people prefer to have that one-to-one contact, and because obviously, you're using your time, and if you haven't got that time genuinely, then you can charge for it. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But obviously, you need to make sure you're doing things with integrity and you're not just selling anything. It needs to be something that you're actually providing. I would definitely argue the fact that it's important to make sure that you charge for services that you provide, because some people may just not want to do it, or some people just don't know how to do it. If you are doing any sort of coaching, it can help, but it needs to be under the jurisdiction of the person who actually wants the coaching. Okay, so think about that specific stuff and think about how you could be an honest business owner. If you're selling a course, the rationale should be the fact that you're not aiming to spread your time thin, and if people want to actually get this stuff, then they can pay for it. Why not? I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Again, they can check out different YouTube videos of people who are doing it for free, and that's fantastic. But it's your choice. There's no written rule. You can do what you need to do. If you are creating a video course, what I'd say is make sure you put in as much information as possible, okay? Not overwhelming, but niche enough for them to understand how to do that specific thing. And it needs to be step by step. It can be sort of like this, video content like this, but I think you should also include screencasting, okay? So that is recording your screen and showing them how to do a specific thing. And once you've created all those different videos, you can host it on different platforms such as Thinkific. If you're going for something where you want people to purchase it quickly, then maybe something like Udemy. If you're using your own sort of like software, whatever it is, or a different platform like ClickFunnels or Kyvio or something like that. Maybe you want to host it on Amazon S3, which is really, really cheap. But you need to know how to obviously put the code together to embed the videos. But, the point being made is there are all these different things. And once you've done that, you need to find a way to market this information. And I've realized that you can't market this information if you don't have some sort of testimonials or proof or done work for free that will enable people to see that, okay, they know what they're talking about. Okay, so make sure you do the work beforehand. You have an ample amount of different projects that you've done to prove that you're the right person for the job. But when it comes to advertising, look, I think one thing that's sort of forgotten right now, because we're in this digital age, is networking and referrals, talking to the right people, emailing people. Don't be scared to email people. There are people who pay other people to email on their behalf, which I think is a good idea. I won't knock anything, but if you can do it yourself, it's a bit more context based. Maybe you want to show them how you're an expert by doing something beforehand, maybe a report or something to prove that you know what you're talking about. But if you want quick results, you need to pay for it. It's that simple. If you want to get a market, if you want to grow your email list, you need to pay for it. You can go down this whole content strategy and grow it that way. Don't get me wrong. That's the aim with any sort of marketing. The aim is to have the marketing done for you for free. But maybe, to start off with, or maybe down the line, you want to pay for it using things like Facebook ads. If you want to generate leads, do a lead form. If you want to do conversions, then do a conversion ad. If you want to get your brand awareness up, again, you can do a brand awareness campaign. There's no written rules. All I'd say to you is make sure you understand the platforms that you're using, understand their policies, understand their procedures, check out any free ways that you can learn this stuff. I know Facebook have a free sort of Facebook course that you can check out. Just type in Facebook Blueprint. You should be able to check that out. And just consult with different people before you start spending the monies. But don't be scared to take action. So hopefully this has given you a lot. This has given you a lot to understand what you need to do to move forward in a service-based business, or if you're developing any sort of digital assets. So I hope this has been useful. Take care, God bless. Don't forget to subscribe, please, people, yeah? And share this amongst people who you think would be useful for, because I want to get this message out. I know other people are doing this, but why not, man? Do you know what I mean? If I can contribute towards that as well, I'll do that. Take care, God bless. Understand, reach, and expand. Peace.